The question on many people's minds since 1558 is, who killed Queen Elizabeth I of England? Throughout the centuries, many theories emerged, but no solid evidence was ever found. Hence why there are still so many questions about her mysterious death. Did her courtiers kill her for political reasons? Could it have been a fatal disease that claimed her life? Or could it have been, as some theorists suggest, an assassination? This video will explore the possible causes of Queen Elizabeth's death. We'll look into the political motives and religious differences of her courtiers. We'll also look into many medical theories, such as, did she suffer from a fatal disease? Or was it something else? We'll even look at any evidence that may suggest an assassination was behind her death. Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube page, the home of all things history and conspiracies. On today's episode, join us as we dive deep into the mysteries of the death of Queen Elizabeth. Who knows, maybe we'll finally uncover the truth. Before we go on, kindly subscribe to our page and turn on our post notifications so you can get our content as it drops. We're sure you must have heard about the death of Queen Elizabeth recently. Well, that's not who we're focusing on in this video. We're talking about Queen Elizabeth, first of her name. Queen Elizabeth I was one of the most influential rulers in history. She was born on September 7, 1533, and was the daughter of King Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn. Elizabeth ascended to the throne of England in 1558 at the age of 25. Her reign began a time that would be remembered as the Elizabethan era, which influenced several things, such as dressing, style, art, and architecture. She's renowned for her strong signature in politics, law, and religion. Throughout her 45-year-long reign, she created a more unified Britain, bolstered the economy, and maintained religious tolerance. During her rule, the power of Parliament was strengthened, and a number of permanent standing armies was cut back, leaving England a more prosperous nation. Though Elizabeth didn't marry, she lived surrounded by her courtiers, which enabled her to stay updated on events occurring in England and abroad. Queen Elizabeth had a long and difficult life, with many illnesses plaguing her throughout her youth and adulthood. During the last 5 years of her reign, she suffered from severe bouts of depression, as well as conditions such as gout, arthritis, ovarian cysts, and kidney stones. She was also believed to have suffered from a thyroid condition. As her health worsened, so did her physical appearance. She became increasingly thin and pale, eventually becoming unrecognizable. Historians believe that the combination of illnesses and poor physical health may have caused her death, as none of her illnesses had been properly diagnosed or treated. At the time of Queen Elizabeth's death, rumors circulated that she had, in fact, died of a broken heart, which was due to the fact that she had a very close relationship with her favorite courtier, Robert Devereux. When Robert was sent away to Ireland for treason against the Queen, she was left heartbroken and never recovered from the loss. While historians have largely dismissed this, it's still possible that the emotional trauma of Robert Devereux's banishment may have added to her already precarious health. The first suggestion of poisoning dates back to 1603, when Robert Hewick, a medical practitioner, submitted a claim to the court alleging that the Queen had been poisoned. The evidence he presented to the court was inconclusive, and while authorities explored the possibility, they were unable to find any proof. Over the years, various claims of poisoning have continued to arise. In the early 20th century, it was suggested that Queen Elizabeth may have been poisoned with a small dose of arsenic over a period of time. Likewise, in 1973, a pathologist suggested that Queen Elizabeth may have been poisoned by a medicine prescribed by her physicians, which contained white hellebore, a plant containing high levels of a toxin known as veratrine. Before we go on, we'd like to ask if you have subscribed to our channel. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Do that now. And also, turn on our post notifications to get our content as it drops. Now, let's get back to the video. In recent years, several attempts have been made to forensically examine the remains of Queen Elizabeth for traces of poison. However, none of these attempts have proven conclusive. As we can see, there's still much debate surrounding what caused the Queen's death. While it's impossible to prove beyond a doubt what killed Queen Elizabeth, speculation and theories surrounding her death have continued to surround the case. One of the most popular theories is that she was poisoned covertly by her courtiers. As queen, Elizabeth had many enemies among her courtiers who may have wanted her dead. While this theory cannot be proven with existing evidence, the possibility has certainly not been eliminated. When Queen Elizabeth I ascended to the throne of England, it was a time of unrest, and her courtiers had political motives which could have led to her death. At the start of her reign, Queen Elizabeth was known for her strong signature in politics and law, and she made sure that the gender gap between men and women was narrowed down, and that she maintained an even balance between different religions such as Catholics and Protestants. These reforms and implementations made her unpopular to some of her courtiers, who were in favor of the old religious order and didn't appreciate Queen Elizabeth's strong politics. The situation got worse when Queen Elizabeth proposed a Bill of Uniformity, which sought to turn England into a Protestant nation. This led to many of her courtiers secretly plotting against her and trying to find ways to oust her from power. One of the most prominent conspiracies was the Babington Plot, where a group of Catholic conspirators plotted to assassinate Queen Elizabeth and replace her with Mary, Queen of Scots. The plot was eventually foiled, but it opened up many more possibilities of her courtiers conspiring against her. We could go on and on about what possibly killed Queen Elizabeth I, but this is one mystery we may never be able to solve. As time unfolds, many mysteries are uncovered and others are revealed. At the same time, we can all just conclude that the Queen was already an old woman, and maybe, just maybe, old age took its toll. Hey guys, we've come to the end of this episode, and we hope we were able to shine some light on this issue. Elizabeth I is one of the most notable names, and we understand all of the conspiracy. So if you enjoyed this video, we'd love for you to enjoy more of our content. Kindly subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications to keep you abreast to all our content as it drops. We look forward to seeing you again, and ensure you have a great one.